49. Lifespan. This, at least I put as the title of this stream. Yeah, let's go with that. Gonna write it again. Life management, yes. The idea here is what I discussed the earlier stream, which was being able to think big enough. That was just yapping, but now I will start doing. First question, what is my goal with all of this? Why do I have so many nodes? And next stream will be the 50th stream. Yeah, I haven't gotten used to this yet. My goal, I want to see people happy and trust that the world will go and keep going to a good direction. Yes. So this is my goal. And what am I doing currently towards this goal? That's the question. And the answer is kind of random things. I'm involved in a project that currently only myself taking forward. Came from politics. I'm getting involved with EA, effective altruism. Both of those are very good. I have initialized an idea, or I am already helper of humanity. But the problem I have faced is that all of these have been sub-goals. What is the meaning of helper of humanity? What's the goal with this? Well, the goal is to help humanity and making myself more clear what will my role be. I can change myself, or let's say I never build myself. It was just pieces. I have acted according to my environment, chosen some role, and now I have an alternative. I can create my own life, and this is it. Can't really choose anything less at this point, and I don't want to. It's not a huge deal. So this whole project, this idea, is part of something bigger. I have used a lot of time, sometime on stream as well, but a lot of time outside of stream, hundreds of hours thinking about this. And even now, for weeks, I think about this daily. Currently, when I wake up, I think about it. When I try to go to sleep, I think about it. That's the whole reason why I have that 15-minute alarm going on, or alarm going off every 15 minutes. Point is to activate this. So, but what is it? It's just a tool for me to achieve my goal. Gamifying politics is one piece of the puzzle. It's about gamifying how to get into politics and follow it, because it's too difficult. People have hard time getting into politics, start reading news. There are just too much information, and the information is constant. You get pieces there and there, but it's not human. It's just concepts. It's about some remote. Yeah, never translate to there. Yeah, let's see, politics. I think there's something about Iran. Still there. Well, Ukraine. Okay, these themed politics is easier, but it's so much. There's so much going on under this. All the regulations, all the history of Trump, Zelensky, stop, Häkkänen, and everything is evolving constantly. How do you grasp this as an animal, as a human being? Of course, for those who have been into it for decades, they understand it, or just people who have put hundreds of hours into understanding it, yes. But for someone who struggles to find a partner, who tries to focus on their job, which they don't really like that much, how do they get into this? One answer is by gamifying it. By gamifying it in different ways, and the project I'm in tries to gamify parliamentary politics. But this global politics, that's another game, and in some way is already this game. Ukrainian. No, not needed. Yes. Explore. So in some way this is a game, I think. Can I get into Palestine? No. Apparently I broke the game. What are these? Orban's pro-Russian. What? Pro-Russian clown Fico. It seems like the developer of this, or maintainer of this, tries to, is this a target or what? Moscow. They have their opinions at least. Belarus. Okay. Okay, I haven't. Okay. What does it say about this? Temporary occupied territory. Okay. Oh my. Is this? I don't know if there is any larger political news about this, but It's kind of hilarious, I would say. What does it say about this? Does this belong to Polish Prussia? It's temporarily occupied. Okay, that's a good one. Good one here. Occupied in 1945. Yeah. There are still a lot of Finns, I think, would love to fight against or for this land, Karelia. Reoccupied. Estonian. Are there any other Easter eggs here? It's not directly related to Ukraine. Maybe not. What? Huh? Talking about Easter egg, why is baby... What? Did it do something? Just updates it or what? Okay, that's interesting. So it changes the mode, I guess. A lot of pooping just makes them disappear. Okay, now messages Easter egg. That was kind of, yeah, convenient. Just when I said that. Who built this? So OpenStreetMap contributors. Who has made this? Project partner support. Okay, that was a good one. But just talking about gamification, this is sort of that. But I get distracted so easily. The point was, it was just one part of the puzzle and one part of the plan. Process to think, that's just a tool to be able to do the plan. All of these, just that my setup, it's about productivity, it's about vision. Streaming setup, that as well. YouTube, everything here is just to try to make this happen. I will word this differently, of course, now, but yeah. So I could try to visualize this by saying I'm here. This is me in my life, and this has been the plan, target. How do I get there? That's the question. What I have done is I have selected or seen some possibilities in front of me. And that's very common what people do. And it seems like there should be some path here. All of these, they are important, but this is just failing. So let's say gamifying politics is here. Let's say EA community is here. Let's say Iraq is here. That is important. Helper of humanity. But what I have struggled with is with this middle part, that it's unclear if any of these are what I should do. What if I get a job? What if I try to push this gamifying politics forward, and then I realize I spent 3 years for this, and it was just very small puzzle and not that important even. So hesitation definitely is what I have felt, and inability to make any proper investment into any of this. But now, what I discussed yesterday was, why am I doing this? Why do I try to get control in my life, or controlling these options, when I can immediately skip here and start defining targets, what needs to happen in order to achieve what I really want. And of course, this it's important to invest into both. So being realistic, what are options that I can take, but then having some path and sub goals, realizing the bigger picture. And the idea is that by doing this, by initializing this, I can feel more peace while I choose what I do. And if this doesn't feel right, then I should focus on that, not this. This can change every day. I was just looking at my room and thought, what if I just left and walked away? What if that was the optimal choice to make? But of course, it's against life norms. No one does that, or some people do that, but they do it for trying to find themselves. But what if I did it just to make the most optimal move? What if that somehow gets me where I want, way quicker than using hundreds of hours trying to clear my mess, my nodes? What if that's not needed? What if by skipping all this, I get here, I take a train, take a plane, buy a plane ticket and move, then I suddenly get a job position or an opportunity there. it won't happen, very likely. And I have so much hours in my days, in my life. No hasty decision should be made because I can't predict the future. There's no guarantee any of that would happen. But if I could predict the future, or maybe if I waken up from the simulation that I see, hey, what would have been the optimal path to take here? I think that would be quite crazy. But that's the idea here, and let's start to make it. I have this large canvas. Still, it's quite easy to maintain, I would say. I would like to run 100 kilometers. Yeah, neither of these is true anymore. So sad. I'm just thinking of creating completely new canvas. I can reference this, I can still take information from this, but is it needed to expand this? That's not very interesting. Random doodles, concepts, philosophy, helper of humanity. Should I do? Of course, I can clean this up. But as I said, it's not that heavy yet. At least my PC can handle it. If I start to clean this up. It bother me if it's again something I move away from and then have that uncomfortable feeling that I would like to clean this at some day. Okay, let's use the same canvas. Minimap would be nice here. Just a small map. know where I'm at. These are all very temporary ideas. And yeah, they don't tell anything. They're just to visualize something on a stream. This as well, it was about the material that I read from Finnish government website. Oh, that's quite okay. Apartment setup. Futon mattress. Ooh. Don't have that anymore. Can keep that. Future utopia. Humans control AI. Perfect. What is this? No armies. Transparent path. Power positions. UBI. Okay. Don't remember when I created that. Decision to live like an animal or in the front line of human development. Sci-fi. Nice. Videos. That's good. What is this? Ah, that's the rough sketch of my control visual or structure. IRAC. Go. Scroll back to content. And this was the discussion about social being productive and doing work in social settings. Interesting concept. Because I have very kind of clear goal in some sense, I get ideas all the time. I don't think I will lose that much information by doing this. I think the easiest way here is just start, not just delete, but start organizing what I want to keep. Effective altruism. Okay. 11 p.m. Ultimate goal. Let's start building. Let's start building. First of all, that what is the there is in the background. The ultimate goal. Word pace. Do I want to use that? The ultimate goal. It is sort of what I'm after. Do I want to see people happy? Yes. But if it's their choice to be unhappy, although no one has really choice. Word pace. Yeah, let's not reinvent the wheel. So this is the ultimate goal. World pace. Now let's start taking this. It's the most important one. Apparently I can't just do that. This I can do. Okay. Huh? How is that? Ah, that's how. Life work is the project name. Work pace. Such a lovely thing. What's after this? I have the utopia here. Apparently. Okay. It was saved. I have utopia. That's after that. So, is it after? Any of these? Okay, let's start with this. Potential of human race. Definitely. What does that mean? Immortality. Metaverse. A lot of technology. Let's say space race. Or colonna. Huh? Colonization. No. Space colonization. What Elon Musk wants to do. Elon. That's here. Humans control AI. That's not in utopia. It needs to happen before it. UBI. Necessary, but nice to have. Perfect democracy. Transparent path to power positions. That's also a requirement. not the aftermath. Something like this. So there definitely is things to do after WordPress, but if I consider the life work, my life's work, I'm not gonna work after this. Definitely not. And of course, it's something I have stated a lot. I don't care about. Okay. I can, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't say because it might change. Maybe I get to love the work I do. But if this was really achieved, I feel I would not waste my time, I think, trying to stay in some position. No, that's boring. I want to do something else. And there are things to do. Decision to live like an animal. Yeah, that's kind of rough. But just moving to some forest, living there, peaceful life. Oh my, it's so tempting. But I can't ignore what's happening in the world. That's my goal. And this is another way to describe it. Let's put it there. My goal. Why? My reasons. Bothers me in deep level. I don't trust current system power, people in power. I just need to understand how why things are like they are. I will leave these. There will be, I deleted that already, but that structure that I put myself there, and then I had the goal. So I will have this sort of hierarchical plan for myself, for my current position to achieving this. So that's of course the goal, and then somewhere under here I will build my current state, and I put everything what's here somewhere on that plan. So this will be a huge plan, and I thought about it. I want to, or this is something I want to keep refining. I will refine it if new information presents itself that changes something here, maybe adds that, hey, I didn't consider this. That's a good point. This will grow. This will change. I want to visualize this somehow on my website. And just like that, my monitor went away. Okay, I'm back. Good. But But yeah, that's the point. Democracy. So that's one requirement. This is another requirement. Transparent path to power positions. That's under democracy. Humans control AI. Maybe I could start adding some color here. Nice. I think the best way to achieve both of these is to invest in developing democracy globally. World peace. Yeah. No shit. Why? How? What will be my role? I will offer my life to help humanity get better democracy. I have already done that. There's no going back. Change is done. Requirements for democracy. People need to be as smart as possible. Communication of the politics needs to be good. I'll refine it. My time, my resources, I let others influence my life decisions if they want. It's part of being the helper of humanity. And by showing my plan, I invite people to criticize it, question it, to put their input there. And I have so much to do, but one thing is certain, that now that I have the right approach, hey, I will start from what I really want to achieve and not what I can do now. It's not important. Now that I am approaching this the right way, one of the first things is to try to find as quickly as possible other visions and really be realistic with this. My knowledge is very lacking. I don't know anything. But I can still create a rough sketch, and yeah, I still have, of course, heard of stuff, discussed things, and read some news articles, seen videos, so I have some sort of understanding how the world is. I'm open to suggestions. I can have pressure. Yeah, sure. I will start making videos which I use to communicate my thoughts and proposals. Decided to start live streaming as well because I get motivation. It's an invitation for anyone interested. Document my journey. I would like to see others. These notes are mainly for me to keep them. Okay, so next one. Examples of what I thought of what I could do. Good. All right. I could make it easier for anyone to help. That's EA. Effective altruism in a nutshell. That's my interest in there. My interest, or okay, also trying to find people who give a better plan for me. What do I mean by this? Do I have here do Oh, didn't read that. Helping some other way than just donating money. What kind of global or local communities there are that try to advance democracy? Free and easy to join. Yes, well, at least EA was there. What could it be? This could be, for example, some platform app that makes it easy to help by providing a category of different projects and easy instructions on how to get started. My ideas haven't changed almost at all. I have a vision of community that has a hierarchy like in any organization, but its main points are that it's transparent and easy to climb. Is there any gatekeeping in the roles? Shouldn't be people on top are responsible to the people on the bottom, not vice versa. Anyone should be okay to step back from their roles, being unselfish. How would this community communicate? Example of open public collaboration with easy navigation between streams. These are good ideas, and of course I could change them, but for now it's very nice to leave there and start combining this immediately. So EA effective altruism goes here 100%. Game ideas. Let's say helping community. Where is the font size? That's a big one. EA there. Right now the important things are, it's important to just have the larger categories. I could create solutions, sure. What do I mean by this? No one cares. Could be an app, for example. I think the focus should be on the open source. They can be very unrealistic and utopic, but that's fine, sure. What technology? So I grouped some of these, not the other. What technology enables democracy nowadays? Could there be some improvements there? Could there be some improvements? Better, are there any projects or communities tackling this problem? Yes. Democracy app, how do I get information that I can trust? Comment section is crucial. What if I want to see ultra news? Climate and veganism. What can people do to help on this matter? Should most people switch to veganism? If so, how easy has it been made for them? This is another matter. Is it important for world peace? I will put it here. It's not that important for me. Reasons. Okay. Next level. Utopistic vision. This is not. I will select all of these and group them. I'd like to help develop the future's constantly improving vision. That's with the helping community. That's one area of it. I will put it there. For example, this what I do right now is an example. it's a larger vision. I haven't come across similar. I think in many places it's just a list or an article form. These things need to happen, but no, I need something that I can interact with, that I can change, modify, or see it change, not just some snapshot of someone's thoughts. What I'm planning to cover: philosophy, politics, psychology, history, technology, economics. Very bold, very bold. Bold ideas, bold ideas. Communication is the key. Really? Communication, even if someone would have the best solutions, they're worthless without good communication and marketing. Videos, slides, shorts, images. What I can do is analyze others' communication solutions and make my own as well. Communication, definitely. And I can leave that there. I will organize the categories then. And communication is for helping community. So EA, for example, but it's also required for democracy. Well, democracy does this. Humans control AI. It's after democracy. Transparent path to power positions. Now, this is the first example of I can't put it there because it's needed here. And yeah, that's why I should put it there. Yes, okay. So it is part of helping community. I discussed this on Friday with one person, that my focus is switching rapidly towards this. That, of course, focusing on democracy is important, but focusing on people, focusing on democracy should be the focus, or trying to get more people to help. The value in that is much greater than just this. The realistic future will have both. I will do both. Gamifying politics is to tackle democracy. And let's just put that perfect out. Humans control AI. Is it aligned AI? Help humanity work control. Nice. Let's take those. What do I have here? So this is some view from Iraq, was that right? Intense thinking tempo. Speed reading Chinese, drawing. Money. Politics. I can take those categories at least. So gamifying politics is towards democracy. I have money, which is for something. Does money have, what piece? What role does money have? There's quite a lot. With money, I could invest, I could sponsor, I could communicate, create companies, communities. Right now, the reason why I'm not doing this full day, every day, is because of money. Looking for opportunities to get this. Economics is very, very important. It's required for democracy. So maybe that can represent here. I will think about where to put it. My own business is of course there. Looking for opportunities. Okay, so it's a subcategory of money. Gaming from politics is not. Self-development. That's an interesting one. So I have Chinese and Arabic as well. Communication skills. Speed reading. Studying, drawing. Communication skills. I can think about all of these different ways. That's why it's hard to put them into some relation to each other. Brand, community, effective altruism, already there. Gestures, posture, eye contact, movement, my look, physical appearance, clothes. So of course this isn't about my brand. And yeah, helper of humanity is already somewhere. Getting a degree. Totally forgot. This is just some explanation. Note taking, local text word. This is about setup. Leave it. This is fun. Organizer, leader. What? I have no idea. Leader does one thing, maybe. Modes. What are music videos for? No longer do that. Removing waiting time, remove music, remove not starting, checking everything to starting, deciding not to make private logs anymore, entrepreneur, XR, meta connect. Yeah, I have removed waiting time effectively. Removed music. I still listen to music, but K-pop, which is the most important part of starting. I have removed that, checking everything before starting. Haven't done that, but that's kind of what I'm doing here. When I have this proper plan, then I don't have to doubt myself, question myself where I need to focus first, because of course it will be that shaping my vision. So how much will I let others influence it? It's interesting that this was important idea in the past, or 2 times at least. Now just nonsense. This is about how I feel when I compare myself to others. It's not important to compare. It was yeah, I don't know. 3 weeks, mealworm farm. Still haven't. I want to make a video, at least for myself, what it was like to have it. Then try to sell it, or no, not sell it. Try to give it away. Self-improvement. Inner leader thinking. Options making. No. This was the self-development I did. 2 visions for my life. That took quite a long time to get rid of. It was quite deep battle or conflict I had. Of course, this will be available if you go to GitHub and to stream 48. All of this will be available, but not after that. Need for money. It says different food, clothes, tech. I'm pretty sure I just don't care about that. Work as a personal assistant. Life work. These are just visual, so some text and visuals too. Let me explain something, or explain it to myself. Development of extended reality application on web. Okay, this is set up. I don't have time for this. So, death. Well, the thing is, it's so simple that I can always explain this. I don't even hand that pretty much. What is money? Okay. This is the setup. I will leave it. Process to feel happy. Realize life. Survive. There should be no self-made or external pressure. Listen to biological pressure. Ignore helping humanity. It will, because it will come automatically. This is sort of what I'm advising others. What will I do with this? Just distraction. Okay, process to think. Be happy, thinking nothing. Be aware of the surroundings and inner voice. Activate ARAC, deactivate ARAC. Change needs to once. No, not I need to do that, but I want to do that. Lock on one option and go back to stage 1. Build to the ARAC. Go back to stage 1. Need, want. Be happy, cannot think. Be unhappy, cannot think. Can think. Is there any important stuff here? Rules. If there is a possibility of being unhappy and not being able to think, I should fix that ASAP. Remember, remove that feeling. I need to continue trying to, because I've already used energy. I don't see any value in that. Game development. These are the options, but don't I have a larger ones here? Does this anything? A lot of categories. Let's see. Place I live. That is sort of important. Work. I don't care about work. I will not. Getting a job is not difficult. I like a vision where I move from country to country and only live in houses and people's places, living as a nomad. That is the goal. That is the ultimate goal. That's not a necessary category, but living as a nomad. Let's say AI. One way to think about this is even, let's say, AI. So if I put myself here, around here, maybe I first thought that what are already options for me right now that I can do, that they're close to me. No, that's not the point, but this is actually from the viewpoint of world peace. I don't matter here, or shouldn't. I have a place. I have things that I already do or want to focus on, but I can focus on anything here. I could focus on humans control AI. This problem, a lot of people are worried about this, but it's this hierarchy, the reason why some things are further away than others are because of their importance to this, how important they are. Some things are just more important to myself than the world peers. Yeah, okay, helping community would be quite high, but no. If there was democracy, this wouldn't be needed. So the final state, how important it is. This is tool, as is IRAC. But AI, I could put here how important it is. It's so difficult to choose this. So that was a mistake. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay. Job market. Wait. No, but looking for opportunities already includes that. Rock. Personal website development. This is about communication, building ideas, and having a platform where I can show it. Okay, I will leave it. Now, social media. This is not easy. Here, set up living as a nomad. How does this help world peace? It helps me. Why? I can communicate better with global community. I understand the needs, so it's personal, very personal, as is this. Any of this is not important for the world peace. Maybe this does have two parts. My own business could have an effect to others. Although, so would this, possibly. So would any of this. Okay. Personal website development. social media. So that's about the brand. Helper of humanity. Metaverse. Okay, I put metaverse here, but it's also somewhere else here. It could be helped, or it could help a little bit. It's close to communication. Year 180 compilation video that I thought I would make. Haven't continued that. It's a personal little project. How important it is to this world peers. It's about some skills. So video editing. I can put it here maybe. It's about going into that frontier via videos. Reading fiction, that's knowledge. Not interested. Want vlogs to YouTube. Drawing, painting. Design. It's about communication. YouTube. News. That is just information. Although this is a concept, of course, is quite huge. Let's put it there. Teaching, storytelling. Communication. Life management. Selling confidential stuff. Logs back up to drive. Doing presentations. Sure. .3D modeling, marketing, video editing, photography. Social media. What? Why was this activated? No idea. Social media is of course part of communication. Video editing, yes. Photography, yes. 3D modeling, sure. What else? AI. Too many stuff here. People pay me to do live work. Okay. Here's my current goal. Live faster. Reach my thinking potential. Forget social and so first. Okay. On stream, take breaks, no talk beyond this. Okay. Life's tasks and the plan on what to schedule and how much. Some technologies. Don't care. Okay. Life work. Iraq, understanding the world. Marketing skills, effective teaching, storytelling, communication, technical skills. I don't think there is anything special about this. Plan, stream, communication skills, news, applying to jobs, effective teaching. Okay. I would gladly do that again from the viewpoint of this. Changing feelings. This I might let's see. Changing feelings requires going to feeling. I kind of like this, so I'm gonna leave it, though it's not connected to this plan. This is more like just explanation. I don't need it. Controlling life. Is there anything interesting? My normal unproductive, yes. I don't use TikTok, I don't use Reddit anymore, and Instagram. I don't follow almost anyone there. Okay. Control sessions, sure. Watching K-pop videos, I don't do that. Okay. Porn, controlling life. I don't have problems with that anymore. That's just some process, I think. It's more like I just explained the control session itself, but yeah, too boring. Windows. Okay. Is that where I just the explanation, that explanation. Okay. Changing myself or changing the brain. Consciousness. I have no idea what this is. Okay. Different levels. Entertainment work. 10 megabytes. Maybe I could have kept it, but no, I think it's best this way. It's still available there, but these were always meant to be temporary explanations. Death. Current state. Yeah. Value, behavior, look. Ghost. Length. Start cleaning this as well. Small talk, public level, personal level, feeling level. What? Action. Ah, okay. So what interests me, I guess? But it doesn't really matter that much. So these are more interesting. Huh. Not sure what I thought about that. What others experience inner feelings, my conscious experience. Or was it here? Don't remember. Social work. Help humanity, entertainment, work option 2. Okay. Physically active vegan preference make running normal. Don't know about this. But these are now more important. I'm not gonna go deep into this. Helper of humanity. Okay, that's a good one. That will have some importance. So let's put it here. But if I do it, if I have potential, then one person can change quite a lot. Make videos. Making videos is not as important as it was. I thought it was more important, but yeah. Setup. I think I will keep this for now. Of course, this was towards that as well. Self-development. This I will keep also. Of these are not. Yeah, everything here has changed. The PC, that's the only one that hasn't. Everything else, so important. It's fine for now. There's some. What was this? Huh? Ah, Aira. Okay. Every one of these. Create new explanations. You will never know these nodes existed. Stream 17. Doubts affecting thinking. Do I even have any doubts anymore? Random nodes. These don't belong here. Maybe I can have a temp file somewhere. Okay, digital garden. 2CS. That will be. I want to put them somewhere. So, life management. have on to do. Did I clean this? Yes. Kind of. Huh? List of creators. It's not in live managing. What am I doing? Live work. Digital garden enthusiasts. Yes. 9. Changing feelings. Is it possible I have forgotten something there? Doesn't seem like it. And this is something I would like to keep. It has some instructions. It's about life work. Coaching. Just realized I wanted to create a new canvas. No, new drawing. Yes. And copy everything here. And put it here. Oh. Is it deleting something? Okay. Hope I didn't delete anything else. The cleaner I can make this, the better. Crazy idea. Cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. For a stream. Okay. I need to navigate that far each time. It's good. Self-improvement. Is there self-development already somewhere? There. Maybe I can keep this. I think from here I want to change quite a lot. Stupid plan. Who I am. Where was? Take space. Okay, what did I write here? I listen to K-pop, my old crop is Dreamcatcher and my old bias is Carl from IVE. I started to listen. Meow, okay, that's interesting. Oh, okay, yeah, sure, I listened to two of their songs. Primrose. Sports, my whole life I've liked sports. I can write this again. Ironman marathon, triathlon. Write it again. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Someone doesn't have any special interests. Like to do almost anything. Okay, yeah, it has definitely stayed that way. So I have concluded that I want to help others. Sure, yeah, that's fine. Tampere, Finland, study business information systems, did study computer science. That's important. Is it important to have here? Definitely not. So I will put this somewhere else. Atheist happy with nihilism. Biology is my philosophy. The purpose is to follow the biology. I'll write that again. Food, vegan, home vegan, why am I vegan? I don't like, okay. Intake. That's good. Removing who I am. And Iraq. What do you have? That's pretty good. I would say pretty good explanation. And this goes to here as well. Coaching, what does this mean? Coaching canvas. Although there was, wait, what was this? New canvas. Huh. Drag from below or double click space. Drag the pan, control scroll. Test. Then if I click again, test 2, I can connect them. And do this way. What can I put here? Card. Can I just put text there as well? It's not the grid. What if I created a canvas instead of skeletal drawing? Do selection, set color. Note. Can I change this as well? Yes. Oh, okay, that's interesting. What can I? So these are, wait, untitled. I can put the whole canvas here. Then do that. Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. But for now, it's not important. I want to clean this first. My setup. Getting a bit tired. Almost 2 hours. World peace. Helper of humanity is one aspect of it. Democracy, climate. Suddenly it's so simple. Very important. Okay, yeah, I will continue this next time, probably. Already feels nice to have this cleaned up. Terminal. Pasted image. What pasted image? Oh, that was contract. Okay. So those were because I created that new canvas. That's fine. So those will go to our screenshots. Guess there. Okay. It's fine. Stream 49. Let's make that public.